What's up, y'all? And welcome back to Dad Needs to Talk. I am your host, Robert, and today we are back talking about some freaking Ranking of Kings, episode 4, titled His First Journey. And what a journey it is, because man, this thing just like off the bat, it's just starting out pretty wild and crazy. But before I get to that, as always, if you're new here, welcome. But if you're a returning watcher, then welcome back. Make sure to like the video, leave a comment below on what your thoughts are, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. So let's dive in. And obviously, hey, full spoilers for the episode. But once again, so much freaking stuff happened in this episode that it's like, where do you start? Like, obviously, a big point to start is the freaking end. Like, freaking Domas just straight push. Literally into what seems to be like the literal pits of hell for this series. So, obviously, we know our boy Boji. He's going to pull it through somehow. But man, this kid cannot catch a freaking break. It's like he just wants to live his best life, wants to be a great king, and tries to help out everybody, and people keep on double crossing him, stabbing him in the back, people trying to come after him, take him out, assassins and stuff. And yeah, so this episode, kind of just taking a step back, we kind of started off, kind of getting a look at basically when Domas first got the role of becoming Boji's kind of mentor / teacher or whatever, when the king kind of bestowed that task to him. But along with that, we also get to meet this character. I can't remember what his name is, but this character shows up to basically, he's part of like the ranking council or whatever. So that's really cool to learn, like, okay, there's, because we obviously know that there's some type of hierarchy system or whatever, because we know that Boji's dad was ranked as the 7th king, which you found out this episode that, like, as far as like pure strength, he was top of the top. But of course, it takes more than just brute strength to be number 1. But we see where this guy kind of has like this like little golem thing or something that he uses to test people to see like where they rank. And so he is there to test Daida, and Daida does horribly. He is ranked 90th. So that is a big fall for the kingdom, to go from having the number 7 hero, or not hero, the number 7 king to 90th. Ugh. But we do kind of get like a little bit more backstory, because the guy who is over the ranking stuff, he's talking with Appius, the spear guy, and the spear guy is talking about how basically whoever has like the number 1 ranking, they get to choose an item from something called the Divine Treasure Vault. And so we kind of get to see like a little clip of like a previous first ranked king, and we see like all these different treasures and stuff, as he is just kind of, it just looks real interesting. Like I said, just kind of giving us more backstory and stuff. But it seems like, and it was something mentioned about like how, I guess like other people, and this part I wasn't too clear on, as far as like, okay, when they said like other people getting treasures and stuff too, are they talking about other later on number 1 kings, or some of the other kings, or but basically talking about like how they, like the other people that got treasures, they either went crazy or they died, just like wild stuff was happening. So that's like very interesting, like I said, just to know like, okay, like there is a quote unquote like a prize sort of for being the top of the top. But and like I said, just getting a little bit more insight into how this ranking stuff goes. But I do like watching Boji just going out on his first little adventure, as he's coming across little creatures and different environments and landscapes and stuff for the first time, and it's just like so wholesome. But of course, Boji is like just so naive because he had that one moment where they're in town and Domas goes off to go get something, so he leaves the other guy with Boji. And as soon as they turn their back, Boji is ducked off in the crowd. But Boji ends up finding this like little like puppet play or whatever, or like story that's being told. And so he's sitting down there listening or whatever. And at the end, people are tipping or whatever. And so Boji leaves a very big tip. He gives the guy like a gold coin, which obviously that's going to draw attention or whatever to, when people see that, it's like, whoa, a gold coin. And so, cause when he gave him the coin, it was some people that was kind of like watching, like, who is this kid that can give out gold like that? And of course, like I said, Boji just being naive because he attempted to stay up late the night before, but he paid for it because he ended up falling asleep middle of the damn freaking town. And while he sleeps, somebody came and snatched his bag. And so, yeah, it's just wild. Like, he just fell asleep middle of the town. One other time when they were traveling, he sees a freaking butterfly goes by. And he's like, "Ooh, butterfly!" And he goes running off after the butterfly, which is how he ends up falling into that freaking almost falls into a freaking spike pit thing. And that leads to a whole other little adventure to where he falls into this pit. Luckily, because he's so small, he falls between like all the spikes, and kind of find out there's like some cave down there that has what seems to be the guy, he seems to be of some royalty or something because he had on a crown. And so I'm kind of curious, like, what's up with this guy? But yeah, he was just like some dude just out here. And I guess like, cause we kind of see like he had that pit set up to catch creatures for eating or whatever, because there's like a giant boar that falls in not long afterwards. But things just keep on just getting weird because then after Boji kind of calms the I'll call him the crazy king down, then they're going to cook the boar, and then some weird like apparition ghost monster thing is floating through the air. And so when he cooks the pig, it's like soul or something goes up into the air. This ghost thing sucks up the thing, whatever came out the animal, and then it starts spitting out and raining down forest creatures. I cannot make this stuff up. It's like what the hell am I watching? Cause the king has Boji doing some weird like what I call like an equivalent of like a rain dance thing, to show honor for the gift of life and these animals and stuff. But like I said, just this weird thing is literally like spitting out. I don't even know. It's like spitting out freaking like I said, just woodland creatures, and so that issue is just like super weird. Sorry, I was trying to go back and look at something real quick. But anywho, yeah, it's just like sucking up souls and then spitting out. It's just raining forest creatures. So anywho, I don't know. Very weird stuff going on. And then, Boji escapes that dude. He gets back with Domas and the other guy. And they come across this next town. And so this next town that they come across, or actually, hold on. Okay, I'm trying to remember the order of events. Because I know they came across the town. Okay, before they get to the town, they're sitting down eating, and right when Boji's about to bite into his food, Domas pushes him, and then we see like two freaking like shuriken, or not shuriken, but like daggers, like come through and hit the meat. There was aimed at trying to kill Boji, and so luckily, right when Boji was about to go pick it back up, a wolf, coyote, whatever came through and snatched it for her and her cubs. Unfortunately, the daggers were laced with poison, so now the little animals died. And so now it's like, okay, what's going on? And so while everybody is asleep, Domas kind of walks out away from the little camp they have set up, and he's like, what's his name? Sorry, let me see if I can find it real quick. I know it's supposed to be or something. Bebin. He's like, Bebin, I know these are your knives. Show yourself. Of course, he doesn't. But then we kind of move on to the little town, or between this, where we also kind of get to see Boji's first encounter with Domas and stuff, whatever. Which, like I said, has some very awesome and sweet moments. But going back, because we got to get back to this ending or whatever. So in this town that they come across, whatever that they're going through, Domas literally says the hole that leads to the underworld. I thought that was just like an epithet for the town, but no, it is literally a giant hole in the ground that every few minutes spits up flames. And it said and then he's talking about how the reason why this town is kept so peaceful and the underworld monsters are kept out is because of the order of the underworld. And so we get see these crazy looking knights, because he's saying like these are like the strongest knights in history and all this stuff. And so it's like okay, it's like there's like a lot more fantastical elements to the series than initially meets the eye. Because of course we have the queen that can heal. Of course we have freaking talking snakes and demons coming out of the king when he died. And so freaking poor Boji just being so innocent and trustworthy. Domas takes him to the edge of the pit to look in, and he's like, "Hey, come closer, come get a look." And sure enough, just shoves him in. And then like a minute or so passes, whatever, and then flames come up. So he's like, "All right, the deed is done." And so yeah, man, this show is just so good. But like I said, it's just like it keeps on introducing us like more world building, more background of these characters, more story stuff, more betrayal. But yeah, this show just continues to be top notch every freaking week. And so I hope y'all are enjoying it as much as I am. Hope y'all might be stressing just as much as me as well. But yeah, freaking screw Domas, punk. I don't even want to say it, but y'all know what I'm gonna say. He needs to go. But yeah, man, it's just like, man, like how could you do Boji like that? How? But yeah, like I said, I am just excited just for next week to see like, okay, where the heck is things going to go and stuff like that. And I'm also curious because I also at the end here we have Daida had this weird dream about him opening Pandora's box and all types of crazy stuff. So, but anywho, don't want to go on too long, whatever. But I'm just going to kind of cut it off there. But like I said, just crazy episode. Ready for next week. But yeah, but as always, thank you for listening, watching. And yeah, like I said, just let me know in the comments below like what y'all thought of the episode as well. And yeah, make sure you're subscribed. And we'll be back next week for more crazy adventures with Prince Boji. And who knows what other stuff is going to go on. Because, heck, next week we might not even see Boji. We might go and follow Kage or somebody else. I don't know. But I am definitely very curious to see where things go from here. Especially, like I said, it's like, okay, it's like there's like a pit of hell and these underworld knights and demons and all types of stuff. So, but anyway, y'all be easy. I'm out. Catch y'all next week. Bye.